Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Recovery Classroom. My name is Drew. I am an alcoholic, and today I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I cannot be any more grateful. It's Friday night. That means if you're local to the Huntington, West Virginia area, I want to encourage you to come on down by 5747 East Pea Ridge Road in Huntington, Pea Ridge United Methodist Church for our Friday night crosstalk meeting. Tonight at 7 o'clock, happens every Friday night. It's the quickest hour in recovery, I assure you. It goes by so fast. Just a group of drunks and drug addicts sitting around talking shop about how we got sober and how we're going to stay that way. So it's not a church service. It's not a revival meeting. It's just a good old-fashioned recovery meeting. So tonight, 7 o'clock, we'll see you there. Speaking of crosstalk meetings, our last crosstalk meeting, we had a topic come in that we just weren't able to get to, and I saw it. I was going through the topic cards this morning. I saw it, and I was like, oh, this is a good topic. Again, we ran out of time. That's why we call it the quickest hour in recovery. But it's a topic worthwhile I wanted to discuss today. It's called meeting etiquette. How do I behave in meetings? There are many different meetings, many different types of meetings. The more meetings you frequent, the more meetings you visit, the more you're going to get exposed to the different types. There's big book discussions, there's open discussions, there's crosstalk meetings even. So it all comes down to you. First and foremost, you have to visit meetings. And as you visit the meetings, you're going to learn kind of how the meeting operates. Now, when it comes to conduct, individual conduct, we have to be keep something in the back of our minds at all times. Our conduct determines our level of success and our level of failures, not just in recovery, but in life in general. But when we walk into a meeting room, a room full of people who are probably there for the same reason that I'm there, to get spiritually uplifted, right? If we walk into that room, then our conduct can not only affect ourselves, but it can also affect other people. So we do need to be cognizant. We do need to be aware. Most meetings, you'll hear the chair or somebody read the 12 traditions. Now, the 12 traditions, people say, well, those are the rules. Not necessarily. Those are the rules, or the guidelines, I should say. Matter of fact, the AA website is very clear. They're guidelines for how the people who administer and run that meeting should make decisions for that meeting. Think of the 12th tradition, principles before personalities. If I'm in a group and I'm making decisions based for the entire group itself, then I need to base those decisions on my principles rather than my personality. So the 12 traditions are more for how the group should generally operate as guidelines, not rules. But those aren't really intended to be applied to the individual. And so I've had some people say, well, there's no rules for how you conduct yourself in an AA meeting or a particular recovery meeting. And I disagree with that. You see, I think there are written rules. They were written back in 1939 with the 12 steps. If we're applying the 12 steps in our lives, then we can walk into any meeting and we should automatically know how to conduct ourselves. And then let's be real. There's also a matter of common sense too. I'm not going to walk in and throw a big book at somebody. I'm just not going to do that. I might think about it, but I'm not going to do it, right? I mean, so if we're applying the 12 steps, if we're walking into a meeting, we're sitting there, we're listening, and we're listening to something that somebody's saying, and I want to spout something off, well, I'm going to start doing some 4th step and some 10-step work there. You know, am I being fearful? Do I want to say this because I'm being fearful, or I'm being resentful, I'm being selfish, I'm being dishonest? You know, if we're applying the 12 steps, those are really the only rules I need on how to conduct myself within the meeting. And again, I go back to the common sense factor. The more you frequent a meeting, the more you're kind of going to kind of understand how that meeting operates, how that meeting progresses, and how you need to go about participating in that meeting. A lot of meetings will, they have a 3 to 5 minute rule. You walk in and you share for 3 to 5 minutes. A lot of meetings, they only wish for you to speak once and not to speak up more than once. Every meeting is different, and I encourage you, go find the meetings where and start learning how these meetings operate. But you're never going to do that if you don't go to meetings. That's why it's important you go to as many meetings as possible so you can find the meetings, learn how they operate, and figure out if that's a meeting that you feel comfortable participating in or not. Again, many different types of meetings, discussion meetings, big book meetings, birthday meetings. I went to a birthday. I didn't know there was a birthday meeting until just, a couple months ago. I went to a birthday meeting once, which was fascinating. And of course, our crosstalk. Even in our crosstalk meetings, we have rules, if you will, but we try to spell them out. But they're very blanket and general guideline rules, if you will. We want everyone to participate in the conversation, participating in that discussion for that particular topic. Every meeting has rules, but you're not going to, or guidelines anyway, you're not going to know those guidelines unless you start showing up to the meetings. Go find the meetings, understand that you want to attend, understand how that meeting operates, and then make that determination on whether or not that meeting is going to work for you. Keep this in mind too, while you're sitting there and listening to the meetings. It's okay for you to listen to something, somebody sharing something with you, and, you can make that determination in your head. Hey, I think this might work for me. I think it might not. Or, hey, this doesn't apply to me, or it does apply to me. You can make those determinations. You can even agree or disagree with somebody. Doesn't mean you have to be an asshole and speak something up and just start yelling at somebody. That's not how it works. Again, your conduct whenever you go to a meeting can determine your level of success and failure in recovery, but most importantly, it can also determine the level of success and failure for other people. So with that being said, I'll let you guys go. Thank you guys for letting me come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. You guys absolutely keep me sober, and I could not be any more appreciative. If there's a topic you'd like to hear discussed, drop it into the Facebook Messenger group for the Recovery Classroom. We'll take a look at it. Me, myself, Deb, and Drenda, we'll take a look and see what we can do. We'll be talking again soon, guys. Remember, you can't get drunk if you don't take that first drink.